MrBeast, the man who turned YouTube into his personal playground. From recreating Squid Game with hundreds of players, to giving away literal islands, to curing blindness in a single video. For millions of fans, he's the greatest YouTuber alive. But here's the twist. Not every upload gets love. Some of his videos, they sparked backlash, controversy, and even made fans say, yeah, this one feels wrong. So today we're breaking down the most loved versus the most hated MrBeast videos of all time, from record-shattering challenges that the internet still can't stop talking about, to projects that had people accusing him of exploitation, over-commercialization, and even crossing ethical lines. This isn't just about views, it's about the videos that defined his career, the ones that made him YouTube's golden boy, and the ones that nearly made him its villain. Let's start with the moments that proved why millions call him the best YouTuber of all time. When Netflix's Squid Game took over the world, most creators made quick parodies or reaction videos. But MrBeast? He spent over $3.5 million to rebuild the entire show, set by set, game by game, with 456 real contestants competing for $456,000 in cash. The result? One of the biggest YouTube videos in history, smashing 500 million views. Fans called it the most ambitious video ever uploaded. Every detail, from the giant doll in red light, green light to the glass bridge, was recreated with insane accuracy. And the best part, instead of people being eliminated with, well, you know, he used clever props and game mechanics to keep it fun, safe, but still high stakes. For many fans, this was the moment MrBeast proved he wasn't just another creator chasing trends. He was the trend. The sheer scale, the timing, the money on the line. It was YouTube history. Some of MrBeast's most loved videos don't even look like traditional content. They're global movements. With Team Trees, he set out to raise $20 million to plant 20 million trees. And he didn't do it alone. He teamed up with Mark Rober, hundreds of other creators, and millions of fans. The internet delivered, raising way more than the goal. Then came Team C's, targeting 30 million pounds of trash removed from the ocean. Once again, YouTube united. Fans adored these projects because it wasn't just entertainment, it was impact. It proved that YouTube creators could do something massive, something mainstream charities struggled to achieve just by mobilizing their communities. It made people proud to say, I watch MrBeast. Think about it. How do you even celebrate hitting 100 million subscribers? Jimmy's answer? Give away a whole island. He literally gathered fans, put them through a series of Survivor-style challenges, and at the end, handed over the deed to private land. That's not just a giveaway. It's a life-changing event that feels bigger than anything TV networks ever produced. Fans loved it because it captured the essence of MrBeast: over-the-top generosity, competitive fun, and a sense of anything is possible if you're in a MrBeast video. It wasn't just about hitting a milestone, it was about celebrating the community that got him there. This video left millions in tears. Partnering with a surgeon, MrBeast funded operations that restored the sight of 1,000 people who were legally blind. The reactions were raw, emotional, and unforgettable. From elderly patients finally seeing their loved ones clearly, to young people experiencing vision for the first time. It was a showcase of life-changing impact, all wrapped inside a YouTube upload. Fans flooded the comments calling it the most beautiful video ever made. Mainstream outlets praised it as proof of how content creators could change lives on a massive scale. But of course, not everything has to be about global impact. Sometimes it's just pure entertainment. Take his last to leave circle wins $500,000, or last to take handoff house keeps it. These videos became instant fan favorites because they combine endurance, tension, and massive rewards. They're simple but addictive. Viewers love seeing how far people will go for life-changing money, while still keeping it fun and family-friendly. This format has become a signature of MrBeast's channel. Even years later, fans still call them peak YouTube. And those are the videos that made MrBeast the most loved creator on the planet. Projects that entertained, inspired, and even changed lives. But on the flip side, not every upload had the same reaction. In fact, some of his videos sparked massive backlash, raising questions about whether MrBeast's generosity was genuine or just content. On paper, this should have been one of MrBeast's most heartwarming uploads. Partnering with charities, highlighting children finally finding families. What could possibly go wrong? But instead of applause, the video triggered outrage. Critics accused Jimmy of exploiting some of the most vulnerable kids in the world for views. Others said adoption is deeply personal, emotional, and complicated. complicated, and turning it into a YouTube thumbnail felt tone-deaf at best, exploitative at worst. The internet quickly split in two. Some fans praised him for raising awareness and helping real children, but others felt deeply uncomfortable, like he was turning life-changing moments into challenge content. What should have been his most wholesome video is now remembered as one of his most hated uploads ever. Another massive project, another wave of backlash. On paper, this was peak MrBeast. A full-scale chocolate factory, endless challenges, and a huge prize at the end. But fans weren't entirely sold. Some felt the video was too commercialized, serving more as a giant ad for his Feastables brand than as a piece of content. Others said it lacked the heart and charm of his earlier uploads. Too flashy, too corporate, not enough soul. Comments compared it to a big-budget commercial rather than a genuine MrBeast video. And for the first time, fans started asking, has MrBeast gone too far into business mode? This one looked like a harmless survival challenge. Jimmy and his crew freezing in Antarctica for entertainment. But critics weren't impressed. The backlash came from environmental concerns. Flying an entire production team to one of the most fragile ecosystems in the world, all for views. People argued it was spectacle for spectacle's sake. Unlike his charity projects, this one felt empty to some viewers. Sure, it was extreme, but it didn't mean anything. And in the comment sections, you could feel the disappointment. Fans wanted heart, not just hype. This video had the perfect MrBeast formula: crazy money plus crazy challenge. But this time, fans weren't celebrating. Instead, people criticized the format as cruel. Contestants scrambled to spend as much as possible in 60 seconds, and most ended up with way less than the full prize. Viewers called it stressful to watch, like dangling life-changing money in front of people, only to snatch it away. Some even called it the most unfair MrBeast video ever. What was supposed to be fun entertainment ended up feeling more like punishment than generosity. Another common criticism comes from his endurance-based videos. Take I Was Buried Alive for 50 hours. While it racked up views, many fans called it unnecessary risk for the sake of a thumbnail. Others argue these extreme endurance challenges, like staying in solitary confinement or underwater, don't have the same payoff as his philanthropic content. Instead, they feel like clickbait suffering that adds little value beyond shock factor. And slowly, some viewers began to question, is MrBeast running out of ideas? Looking at these hated videos together, a bigger pattern emerges. Some people see MrBeast not as a philanthropist, but as a businessman turning generosity into spectacle. They argue his kindness isn't pure, it's monetized. And whether you agree with that or not, it's clear. The bigger Jimmy gets, the harsher the criticism becomes. MrBeast is a paradox. On one hand, he's the most loved creator on YouTube history. He's planted millions of trees, cleaned oceans, given away fortunes, and even helped people see for the first time. His videos inspire, entertain, and constantly raise the bar for what's possible on this platform. But on the other hand, he's also one of the most criticized. Every massive giveaway sparks debate. Every charity project gets accused of being content first, kindness second, and every extreme challenge raises the question, is this still entertainment, or is it exploitation? The truth is, when you operate at Jimmy's level, you can't escape it. The same videos that make millions cheer will also make thousands rage. Because love and hate are two sides of the same coin, especially when the entire world is watching. So whether you think MrBeast is YouTube's greatest hero, or just the smartest businessman in the game, one thing is undeniable. No one has ever changed YouTube the way MrBeast has.